Good afternoon and welcome to the wonderful town of Hamburg, as it is my pleasure today to offer my support and endorsement for Bernie Tolbert to be our next sheriff of Erie County. As the county executive for the last 6 years, as well as the county controller for the 6 years before that, I've seen a lot of issues occur with our sheriff's office. And I think it's fair to say that the people of Erie County are looking for someone that they can trust and that can restore some professionalism, and no one will ever question where Bernie Tolbert stands on the issues, because he will stand for the people of our community, the entire community. I've had the pleasure to know Bernie for quite some time. His record is exemplary and it speaks for itself. He's the former head agent of the FBI in its Buffalo office, which was not just handling issues associated with the city of Buffalo, but the entire Western District of New York, so all of the 8 Western New York counties and further east into the Finger Lakes. He certainly was a consummate professional in the positions that he had, providing security for major organizations, including Coca-Cola. He presently actually works, most people don't understand this, but he's done a lot of work assisting our Children's Protective Services, or CPS, with investigations of individuals who have been accused of committing unfortunate acts against children, and he does a great job doing that. He's been someone who's served our community for many years. And I know that if we give him the opportunity to be our sheriff, to serve as our sheriff, we will be proud to have him in the office of sheriff. That's why I know that when it comes to Election Day on November 7th, not only will I be voting for Bernie Tolbert to be our next sheriff, I am asking each and every one of the people of Erie County to consider doing the same. There have been a lot of issues, of course, associated with the sheriff's office over the years, and I think it's time to put someone in there that we can all trust, someone with an impeccable record of integrity, and someone who will restore a lot of the issues that people and questions they have in the sheriff's office. And that's why I am supporting Bernie. I have not always done this in the past. I have not always endorsed in issues or races regarding other countywide officials. But this year I feel it is that important, and that's why I will be proudly voting for Bernie Tolbert on November 7th to be our next sheriff, and I ask others to do the same. Bernie?
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Good afternoon, and thank you everyone for joining me in this very important announcement about my campaign for Erie County Sheriff. Back in early May, when I formally announced my candidacy, I talked about those things that were important to me and were driving force behind my decision to run for sheriff. I mentioned being born in the old First Ward of the city of Buffalo and experiencing growing up in so many different neighborhoods. I also talked about the many summers I spent as a camper and working at Cradle Beach Camp in Angola, and how I know our region is a place of many different people from many different faiths and backgrounds who nonetheless share a love for our common home on the Niagara frontier. There are, as I said then, many challenges that face our community. I'm more convinced than ever that our Erie County community is prepared to meet and tackle those challenges. The impetus behind success in overcoming those challenges is strong leadership at the top of all areas of our government. I'm very grateful to Mark Poloncarz for 2 things. One, his warm words of support and endorsement of my candidacy. And the second, perhaps more important, is the model he has given to all of us who aspire to public service. Exactly how to serve all the people throughout our entire county. As sheriff, I will clean up our jails. I will find new ways to combat and beat the drug overdose problem that's confronting so many of our citizens. And I will bring my experience to bear in helping local police agencies curb illegal gun violence and gun homicides in our community. But beyond that, my pledge to every voter of Erie County, my friends and neighbors in every town and village, is that I will be a sheriff for everyone. I will restore pride and professionalism in the sheriff's office. And there will not be one morning that I don't get up knowing that my job is to serve everyone in this county, be a sheriff for everyone in our county. And I want to thank our county executive for showing the way. Certainly Mark has provided the kind of leadership, direction, and guidance that we can all be proud of and we can all look to follow. I realize that getting elected is only the very first part of the job. The real difficult work comes in implementing the ideas that I have for the sheriff's office. I can assure you that come January 1, I will be prepared to hit the ground running to make sure that I can reverse the mismanagement of our county jails, which has led to 22 deaths in our jails under the current sheriff's administration. It's also resulted in tens of millions of dollars in litigation and related fees to county taxpayers. I'll be ready to aggressively address the heroin and opioid overdose problem plaguing the county by helping to break up smuggling operations from Mexico to China and illegal pill mills in Erie County. To stem the rising tide of gun murders by taking illegal guns off our streets and breaking up drug gangs. Also, I will change the toxic political climate by treating everyone with respect and dignity and never, ever, ever lending my uniform or my badge to extremist rallies or organizations. This is my pledge to our residents, and I look forward, come January 1, to partnering with our county executives so we can make Erie County even stronger than it is now, and someplace that our citizens will always be proud to say, I come from and I reside in Erie County. Thank you.